Well, welcome back to Ottoman Asia, Cambodian style. Today we're going to talk about money. Yeah, specifically money here in Cambodia. And I'm going to switch this around so we can see what's going on here, huh? All right, here's a nice mom and pop. Oh, they're getting ready to cook something really nice. What are they going to be cooking in there? Woohoo! Yeah, yummy, yummy. We got, here's around the corner. We've got a lot of little shops like this, mom and pops I call them. I can buy all kinds of stuff in there. The small one, lots of beverages, lots of food that you can order and eat here or take away. Well, please forgive me for the change in scenery, but yesterday I seemed to be having a little bit of issues with my camera. Some may say it was, operator error, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions. So, anyways, I'm going to use some of that video also. But anyways, we're going to be talking about money, U.S. real versus, U.S. dollar versus real. Let me turn this around so you can see this river here. Looks really nice. It's really full, a lot of rain, looks nice. Anyways, like when you come here, people ask me, should I bring a whole bunch of American money? Only if you want to convert it back into real. Because if you were to buy something with a $100 bill, they're going to give you change back in real. And also, you got a little bit of problems sometimes with with $100 bills, $50 bills. They have to be in pristine shape. I mean, more than pristine. There can't be any dents or bad creases or anything on it. But still, you're going to end up having real. So, a lot of your mom and pop shops, if you just want to go in and get a bottle of water or something, they're gonna want a real. They're not probably going to be able to handle a $20 bill or something, if they even would. Anyways, if you're if you're going to be getting money out of the ATM, this is one of the mistakes I did for the first month that I was here last year, and I would get $100 bills out, and then I'd just have to go and change them anyways. There we go. So I realized, well, I just might as well get my money from ATM, get it in real. That way it's just a lot easier. And then the exchange rate you're going to get, you're going to get the bank's exchange rate and not some store's exchange rate or whatever. Just a little bit safer that way, I think. So that's the way I do it. I just get it out in real. And now the ATM fees. I always use ABA Bank. I got an account there. You can't get an account there unless you got a long-term visa and got an address and stuff like that. But anyways, they're going to charge you $5 per transaction. It doesn't matter if it's $100 that you're getting out or $400 that you're getting out. It's going to be a little over $5 transaction fee, which is kind of steep. But if you can, I have a Charles Schwab account, which is it's like a bank, but it's more of like a brokerage firm for stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and things like that. And monthly, they reimburse me of all my ATM fees, just about everywhere in the world. However, not all countries can get a bank card like that, from what I understand. Some of my Australian friends are going, yeah, that'd be great, but for whatever reason. But yeah, that's what I use. Okay. Got my notes again, of course. Okay, I want to just talk a little bit about transport because it can save you a little bit of money. They have tuk-tuks here, which are a lot of fun. They're kind of open air and all that. And there's a lot more room in a tuk-tuk. You can fit 6 people in it, as opposed to the pass apps, which are small 3-wheel motorbikes, fully enclosed. Fit more than 2 people in, you're kind of squished. But the thing about pass app is, you download the app. It's kind of like Uber, and you give them your destination, and then it's going to tell you how much it's going to cost, which is most of the time cheaper than a tuk-tuk, because the tuk-tuks are all independent, and they're not making as much money as they used to pre-COVID, because the tourists are just not here yet. But it is nice to be able to use the Pass app and find out approximately how much it'll cost you to get from point A to point B, and flag down a tuk-tuk driver, and if he says, "Oh, that'll be $4," he says, Pass app is $2.50. I'll give you 3, and they'll be more than happy to probably to say, "Yeah, okay, no problem." Okay, and the next thing I want to talk about, if you are comfortable with it, if you're going to be here for 2 weeks or an entire year, renting or buying a motorbike, but renting a motorbike, if you're comfortable with that, is you may not save as much money, if you're just using a tuk-tuk all the time, but you also get freedom to explore. Go out and see the villages and the countryside, and usually you can get, if you're down by Pub Street or whatever, they're going to probably $80 for the month or whatever, maybe even more. But go into the town a little bit and find a little mom and pop shop, and you can get it for $75 a month. And like I said, you're going to be using Pass apps or whatever a lot, and if you're comfortable with it, go ahead and try out a bike. It gives you a lot of freedom to cruise around. Another thing I want to talk about is the stores and the markets and bargaining. Yeah. Let's go into bargaining first. Let's say you're going to stop off and you want to pick up some shirts from someplace. They're going to say, okay, that's $20 for that shirt. And they're going to try. Of course, they're going to try to get as much as they can. They're trying to make a living. But in all reality, go ahead and maybe ask them 10 and then settle for $12.50 if it's a good shirt. It depends on how much you like to bargain. I know a lot of people like to bargain. And even some countries, it's almost part of the system of buying things, and they're almost upset if you don't bargain with them. But the more comfortable you are with that, the more money you can save. Talking about shopping, you need to go buy some groceries or something, and you talk the difference between a wet market and like the grocery store. A lot of people are not comfortable with wet markets. They're not really, they're a little bit wet, but you'll see, big slices, big cuts of meat, and half of a freaking pig laying out on a table, and blood all over the place. And a lot of Western people are just not used to that. It's always nice and freshly packed, and but you can save a lot of money, and also on your fruits and vegetables. And people say it just doesn't look sanitary. Well, the Khmer people have been eating it, doing that, using the wet markets for like 2 billion years. Okay, I'm an anthropologist. I know it wasn't 2 billion years, but you just bring your stuff home, and be sure to wash your fruits and vegetables and your meats before you stash them, store them away or whatever, and you save a lot of money that way also. And 2 more things I want to talk about before we get back to the other video. That's buying water. I buy water in a 20-liter jug, and it costs me $1. Well, it's like a couple dollars for the deposit on the big jug, and then you just bring it back and you get a full one. But it's good water, and just to say something about that, I'll put it in the kettle, and I'll use the kettle, and I noticed even after a month the bottom of the kettle is completely clean. as opposed to the bottled water I was getting in the United States to make my coffee when I was a coffee drinker. And like every week I'd have to clean it out because it was full of, I don't know, whatever they put in the water in the United States. So I do like to buy it that way. I know a lot of people say, well, I'd rather have it in small bottles because it's better, it's safer. Well, yeah, I'm really not too sure about that. But one other thing I'm going to talk about, which is going to move on over into the next video. But yeah, there are some things that you may not want to get at the local market, and that's like household stuff, and because they got to pay a rent there, and I would prefer going to the smaller mom and pop shops and what I would consider a standalone. Let me go ahead and show you. I want to show you Monique and her store, and everything there is cheaper than it is at any of the markets that I've seen as far as household things. So let's go over there and say hi to her. She just recently doubled her business. She used to just have one half of that part of the building right there. Now she's got both sides. And when I'm talking about household items, I'm talking about pots and pans and just all kinds of stuff that we got here. She might have seen me with the camera. I think she's hiding. Oh, there you are. Hello. I'm making a video of you, Monique. Yeah, I'm showing them your store and how much better it is to shop here than it is, for household things like I'm showing them, than it is to go to the big markets because they charge you more at the big markets. Yeah. So yeah, she always helps me. She always says, no, this is a little bit better. No, you want to do this? Oh, I need some of those. I'll get some of them later. But yeah, I mean, she's got like a little bit of everything here. And I'll leave a map to this place, or I'll get a map and leave a map. I'll get a map, but yeah, she just opened up this side of it also. So she's got much more room, and I'm really, really happy that she's thriving in her business because she is such a nice and honest businesswoman. Yeah, see that? How can she not be nice and honest and honorable? But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It could be a little bit cheaper. It is a lot cheaper because it doesn't have to pay real big rent for being over at Sakram or Sasamki or wherever you're at. So, anyways, you could also save more money if you were to drive out to the next town over, the smaller village and stuff. And when I bought my 2 book bags that I made into saddlebags, I picked them up for $7.50 each, and everywhere around here that had them are like $15, $20 each. So yeah, and it just helps them also. And as always, if you're still here, thanks a lot, and you're all my #1 fans. Have a great day now. See you later. Bye.